Hello, friends, and welcome to Sleep Tight Stories. It is summertime, and Bernice has been at Bobby's house all day. They had only this day to play together before he heads off for summer camp for 2 whole weeks. Bernice feels like it will be forever before she sees him again. Bernice spends the day at Bobby's house. Squish, squish, squash, squish. Bernice's sneakers made funny sounds as she walked up the walkway to her little house. Bobby's mother had just dropped her off after she had spent the whole day playing at his house. As she reached the front door, she looked behind and saw that she was leaving marks on the walkway from her super wet sneakers. That looks kind of cool, Bernice thought. Maybe I should go back and make it look like I arrived with a friend, but they disappeared at the door. Then her stomach made gurgling noises, and she decided to go straight into the house. Her tummy took priority. Bernice squishily walked up the front steps to the door of her house, quietly opened and closed the door, and sat down to take off her sneakers. Her sneakers were always hard to take off, but now that they were super wet, it was triply hard. "Hi, Papa, I'm home," she said. "My tummy is sending signals to my brain, and you know what that means. Or maybe it's my brain sending signals to my tummy. I can't remember which right now because I am super starving. And when I am super starving, I forget science." "Okay, little bear, you know where I am," Papa Bear said in his super deep voice. Just then, Cookie came running towards her, looking for a headbutt and some pets. But she stopped and sat a little bit farther away than normal, looking at Bernice with squinty eyes. "Hi, Cookie. I don't blame you for not getting close. I am super duper wet today, and you aren't the kind of cat who likes to get wet, right? I tried to get you to take a bath with me and you ran away, so it must be true," Bernice said, as she took one sneaker off with a grunt and then the other. "I was at Bobby's today, Cookie. I'm sorry I couldn't take you with me, but Mama was scared something might happen. I'm not sure what that something was, but I'm sure you and I will have lots of fun together this summer. But guess what happened today? I don't think you would like it, but we certainly did. Bobby had a couple toys called a super squirter or something like that, and we filled them up with water and played a game. I'm not sure what the rules were, but we basically sprayed water on each other as we hid around bushes and stuff. I think I sprayed Bobby more, but it's hard to tell because we were both soaked through to the bone. That's what Bobby's mother said, but it doesn't really make sense. How can water touch your bones? Do you know how?" Cookie simply started grooming herself as she purred. "Bobby is going away to summer camp tomorrow, so today was the only chance I will get to play with him for 2 whole weeks, which is basically the whole summer, right? But Papa has promised that we can have lots of ice cream and stuff, and I know you love ice cream too, so we can share a bit." Just then, Bernice's tummy made a loud gurgling noise, loud enough that Cookie stopped licking herself and looked at Bernice. "Yeah, that's a sign, Cookie. It means I need to get something to eat, or else I might get so hungry that I can't even think straight, and I don't want to think crooked." Bernice got up and, with wet feet, squished and squashed into the kitchen. "I'm super starving. she said as she plopped into a chair. I don't smell any cookies. Didn't you bake cookies for us today, Papa? Look at you, Papa Bear said with a laugh. Bobby's mother said that you were wet and apologized for sending you home like this, and she certainly wasn't exaggerating. You are wet from head to toe. I like the t-shirt you are wearing. Yeah, Bobby's mother gave me some of Bobby's stuff to wear so that I wouldn't be uncomfortable sitting with wet clothes on. But I got wet again, and well, now both my clothes and Bobby's are soaked. I didn't bake cookies for us today, little bear, but don't worry. I have a little snack for us to eat before dinner is ready. But first, why don't you go upstairs to your room and put on some dry clothes? Then we can have a little snack, and you can tell me all about your day at Bobby's. Okay, Papa, but don't forget I am super starving, okay? I won't forget. After Bernice went upstairs, put on some dry clothes, and hung up all her wet clothes in the bathroom, she came back downstairs to see some kind of fancy mini sandwiches on a plate in the middle of the kitchen table. These look super fancy, Papa. Are we a restaurant now? Bernice said as she sat at the table and had a great big drink of milk. These are mini pita breads stuffed with some goodness inside, Papa Bear replied. Goodness like ice cream or cookies? Bernice asked with a smile. Haha, no. They are stuffed with tuna, curry, and stuff like that. You should try some, they are pretty yummy. I am so hungry, Papa. I might eat them all up. So, how was your day at Bobby's? You were really excited this morning and left early. Mama said you were ready even before she was. Yeah, I think I might have been the first to wake up this morning. And Mama said that you might sleep in a bit, so I should try to be quiet. I knew you were sleeping, Papa, because I could hear your snorts and snores. It sounded pretty funny, Bernice said with a laugh. I think that might have been a bird you heard chirping, Papa Bear said with a smile. A great big bear-sized bird, Bernice said with a laugh. I had a good time at Bobby's, Papa. First, we went for a bike ride around the neighborhood and to the park to see if some of our friends were there or not. Ethan and some of the other kids from class were there. Bobby's mother was really strict about wearing helmets and stuff. Bobby's helmet is super cool because it has an alligator head in the front. He likes it even though it's for younger kids. He says he still has a small head, so he can still wear it. We chatted for a while, rode our bikes around the park, and stopped for frozen ice. Ethan really likes blue-flavored ice, and his whole face had blue on it after a bit. Bobby got the mixed colors, which turned brown. He said it made it look like his favorite emoji. I got a strawberry-flavored one. Then Ethan had to go home to pack. He was leaving soon for his trip, so Bobby and I said goodbye and rode back to his house. That sounds like a good start to the day. What do you think of the little pita pockets? Papa Bear asked. They are tasty, Papa, but the curry is a little spicy, Bernice said, waving her hand in front of her tongue, which was sticking out of her mouth. That was how she cooled off her mouth when she ate spicy food. I'm used to super spicy food, Papa, because at school, many of our kids eat curry for lunch or other spicy stuff, and we always share our lunches and stuff. But guess what, Papa? Bobby has a super secret that I am not allowed to tell anyone in the whole wide world, except for you and Mama, of course. When we got back to his place, he wanted to show me his latest experiment in his laboratory. His laboratory is a special corner in his bedroom, not like some secret room in the basement or something. He says he wants to build one there, but his mother won't let him yet. He tried to put a new lock on his bedroom door to guard his secrets, one of those fancy ones that require a phone and stuff. But his mother said no to that, too. She is super, super strict, Papa. He said she doesn't allow explosions in the house either. Anyway, he is building a new robot, even better than the one he had before, and it's going to fly. I think he put a drone on it that he bought with his allowance, and it will transport his robot anywhere in the world. But so far, it runs out of power after it goes across his room. But it's still super cool. He asked me to help him with it after he gets back from camp. That is super cool. I can't wait to see the end result. But how did you get so wet? Papa Bear asked with a smile. Oh, yeah. Well, after lunch, which was super yummy, mini pizzas and some salad. The salad had carrots in it, and Bobby tried to hide them. His mother caught him and said he had to eat them or he wouldn't get the yummy dessert she made. So he plugged his nose with his fingers and ate the carrots super quick. If you plug your nose, Papa, the taste will be less intense because our sense of smell plays a big role in how you perceive flavors. Bobby and I use what we learned in science, Papa. Haha, yes, I guess that is one use of all the science you and Bobby study, Papa Bear said with a laugh. After we finished, we had our treat, which was this super yummy ice cream sundae. It had chocolate sauce, nuts, whipped cream, and even a cherry on top. It was almost the most yummiest treat I have had in my whole life, Bernice exclaimed. After that, we went out in his backyard. But because it was so super hot today, we played with water a bit, and I got really wet. Then we dried off and played with these super fun super soaker things. We would hide behind bushes and try and see who would win. Just like our snowball fights in winter, but with water. I think I won, but it's hard to know because we were both so super wet. That sounds like the best day ever, little bear, Papa Bear said as he took his empty teacup to the sink. Yeah, I think so. But I am going to miss Bobby because he is going to be gone for what seems like forever. He kind of had mixed feelings about going because he thought it would be fun, but he also wanted to hang out doing stuff. It will be over before you know it, little bear, and I will take some time so we can do some fun stuff too. When you finish your snack, why don't you help me cut up some vegetables to put in our salad for dinner? Okay, Papa, as long as I don't have to cut stinky eggplant. Later in the evening, Papa Bear walked into Bernice's bedroom to see that Bernice was already in bed. Wow, you certainly are fast this evening, little bear. Did you do all the things you need to do before bed? Yes, Papa. I brushed my teeth and made sure I had some clean clothes and all that kind of stuff. I kind of felt too tired to do breathing exercises and stretching, though, Bernice said with droopy eyes and a big yawn. I'm super fast at getting ready lately, and I think I might win the yawning game tonight. I don't know, little bear, Papa Bear said, letting out a great, big, loud yawn. Wow, Papa, your yawns are louder than your snores, Bernice laughed. Are you comfy and warm? Yes, Papa. How about Twigga, Wolfie, and Madeline? Are they comfy too? I think they are. How about you, Cookie? Papa Bear asked. Cookie didn't reply because she was already asleep. Tomorrow is going to be another great day, little bear. Love you, Papa. Love you too, little bear. Papa Bear gave Bernice a great big hug and a kiss, and she fell fast asleep. And that is the end of our story. Good night. Sleep tight.